Hello, how are you doing today? Okay, so today we are looking at a very sensitive topic. It's something that normally causes disagreements and some kind of arguments when it's being discussed. But as Christians, it is important for us to know the stand of God on everything we do with our lives because our lives revolves around the Bible. The Bible is our standard as Christians. I'm talking to Christians. The Bible is our standard. And secondly, we are not doing this video to judge anybody or to cast blame on anybody because nobody is perfect. Jesus said, "He who is without sin should cast the first stone." So we are all trying to work towards perfection. Nobody is perfect. We are just striving towards perfection. Okay, so let's go into it. Let us first of all establish something. Premarital sex. What is premarital sex? Why is it called premarital sex? So, premarital sex is considered any sexual activity between two individuals who are not married to each other. It's as simple as that. And in the Bible, it is often referred to as fornication. That is what the Bible calls premarital sex. And if you look at your dictionary and you look at the word fornication, it will give you something like fornication is a sexual relationship between two persons who are not married to each other. So these two definitions establish the fact that premarital sex and fornication is the same. All right. So discussing this from the biblical point of view, it involves the understanding of the broader context of sexual morality as taught in the Bible. So it's not just when we're talking about premarital sex, we're not just talking about your physical involvement. We're talking about your mind, because the Bible established in Matthew chapter 5, verse 27 to 28, that even if you look at someone lustfully, you have not even committed the sin. Your body is not involved, but your heart has committed the sin. You look at somebody's wife or a lady that's not your wife, and in your mind, you've already had sex with the person, you're thinking about being with the person on the bed, even though your body is not involved physically, but the fact that your spirit, your mind is involved, you're committing the same sin. So we need to establish that. So when we're talking about premarital sex, you can't just say, "Thank God I'm not even having sex. After all, my body is intact." But in your mind is corrupt because of that evil thought. You're on the same page. Now, is there anywhere in the Bible, any verse of the Bible that they wrote in this order? Premarital sex is a sin. Is there? No. But does the Bible say that sex before marriage is wrong? Yes. And I will give you a few of them. You can, go through them. Hebrews 13:4, 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 3 to 4, 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 7, 1 Corinthians 6, verse 18 to 20, Colossians 3, verse 5. These are few scriptures that talk about sexual immorality and sexual sin. And when the Bible is talking about sexual immorality and sexual sin, it's referring to premarital sex, and it's also referring to sex outside your marriage. Now, in Songs of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 7, it is boldly stated there. Also in Songs of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5, also in chapter 8, verse 4, they are all saying the same thing, that you should not arouse or awaken love until it is needed, until it is the right time, which in other words means save sex for marriage. Now, let me tell you something about God. God is not down on sex. God does not hate sex. He created sex himself, but for a purpose. So God designed sex for marriage. That is why the Bible says marriage bed should be undefiled. Marriage should be honorable and bed undefiled. The only time you can have sex that is acceptable before God is in the context of marriage. If you are having sex with someone you've not paid a dowry, or as a lady, if you're dropping your pants for someone that has not paid your dowry, that has not met your parents, that has not done what is expected, you're committing the sin of fornication, and the Bible is against it. God is against it. It is written that all fornicators the Lord will judge. Let's keep God aside. Let's keep God aside. There are lots of dangers involved when you're having premarital sex. I'm not even talking about STDs or sickness or whatever. If we look at it, probably because of this, the time I'm going to cut this video short now. So in the next video, I'll be telling you some dangers that you are not even aware of. I'm not talking of that you can carry sickness or you can. There are spiritual implication. There are psychological implication. A lot of things is at stake. So I'll leave you with this. If you have not had sex, we are living in the days that people see virginity as a taboo. So if you're watching this video and you are still keeping yourself, you're not married yet, and you're keeping yourself, congratulations to you. You don't know what you're doing for yourself yet until you get married. Let me tell you the truth, it is worth the wait. It is worth the wait. And I'm not saying it's only virgins that we have beautiful marriage, because some of you now will start saying so because it's virgins that have beautiful marriage, even though they are not virgins, they have beautiful marriage. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the point. I'm saying that you will thank God for keeping yourself, because it is worth the wait. Sex is worth the wait. And you keeping yourself will give you some kind of prestige, some kind of security, some kind of peace of mind that you cannot imagine. So in the next video, I will be talking about consequences. A lot of us out there, we are facing the consequences, but makeup and clothes is covering it up. You cannot say it out, but you know that you're facing the consequences. Why not stop? Why not give yourself a break? Why not start all over? Because God is always waiting for you. Anytime you feel like starting all over, He's ready, He's waiting for you. You can stop where you are and decide to be a celibate and decide to get closer to God, and God will perfect your life. So, see you in the next video. God bless you.